My sister bent to my 8-year-old's face and whispered, "There's no room for your discount store kids at this party." And Mia ran back to me with her mascara-less eyes flooding. The DJ didn't hear it, but I did. We were 5 steps inside the loft when a server with a tray froze, like even the canapes knew that line went too far. Lauren straightened, smile glossy under the neon sign, and pretended nothing happened. If this hits a nerve, like and share. Tell me where you're watching from. I read every comment, and sometimes they're the only proof people have that they're not crazy. I knelt to Mia. "Bathroom?" She shook her head hard and pressed into my coat. Behind her, Ellie, 5, held the little yellow purse we bought at Target for $6.99 like it was contraband. I looked at the door list. It said, Pier 37 Rooftop, Family Welcome, because that's what Lauren texted on Tuesday at 6:12 p.m. "Bring the girls. Wear something cute." I had the screenshot. "This is an adult event," Lauren sang to a cluster of cousins, loud enough for me to hear. "We don't want sticky fingers on the rentals." I turned, kept my voice flat. "Then why did you write family welcome?" She didn't flinch. "I meant adults. Obvious, right?" The host looked between us, confused. "Kids are fine if they're on the list," he said. "How many?" I pulled up the RSVP on my phone. 2. The invitation shows plus 2 kids. Lauren's smile sharpened. List changed. She lifted her flute. "It's called curating." Ellie's little hand tightened on my fingers. "Mom, can we go?" And that was the moment, standing between a neon name and a rented white arch, that something in me stopped being polite. I slid my phone into my pocket and texted a number I never thought I'd use tonight. The venue manager from the invoice I paid when Lauren's card failed last month. Deposit, $1,200. Timestamp, 9:04 a.m., my name on the receipt. "No room?" I said, light. "Funny, I seem to own a corner of this room." Lauren blinked. "What are you talking about?" "Nothing dramatic," I said because I meant it. "Just receipts." My phone buzzed almost at once. "Sharon," the manager wrote, "your contract shows children welcome, no balloons." "Want me to come up?" I glanced at Mia's shoes, scuffed white sneakers, clean laces, and felt a clean click inside. I didn't come here to fight. I came to make sure my girls saw the city lights. But if Lauren wanted a list, we'd read the whole thing, line by line, in front of the people she'd invited to watch her shine. The manager stepped off the elevator with a clipboard and said the one word that makes liars small: contract. He showed it to the host and read the line out loud. "Family welcome, 2 child wristbands, no balloons." Then looked at me. "Sharon, you paid the deposit at 9:04 a.m. last month when the other card declined. Do you want the kids banded in?" Lauren laughed too loud. "He's confused." "I'm not," he said, and flipped the page to the payment log with my name highlighted. A few heads turned. Aunt Diane drifted closer. Eric's mom, Ruth, came up behind Lauren and whispered, "You told me she refused to help." I pulled the email on my phone where Lauren wrote, "I'll reimburse Friday," then never did. Ruth read it, then glanced at Mia's clean sneakers and Ellie's $6.99 purse, and something like shame crossed her face. "Band them in," she told the host. Lauren's smile snapped. "This is an adult vibe. They'll break the centerpieces." The manager kept his voice calm. "Either we follow the contract, or I pause service to relist the party as adults only, and you lose the kids' corner you rented." "What kids' corner?" I asked. He scrolled. "Tiny table by the photo wall. Finger paints were removed per no mess request." He turned the iPad so I could see. Add-on paid by the same deposit card. Mine. My face warmed. Lauren's didn't. She waved a hand. "Fine. 5 minutes, no photos." I looked at Ruth. "We'll sit by the window and eat the snacks I brought. No one touches the centerpieces." Ruth nodded, then said gently to Lauren, "Apologize for the discount store line." The nearby server froze again. Lauren's eyes flashed. "I never said that." Mia's voice was small. "You did." I kept my voice flat. "We're here because you wrote family welcome. We'll leave if you write it now." "Text me those words." The manager coughed. "One more thing. The open bar pre-authorization is still tied to the deposit card. Do you want me to switch it? My stomach dropped. Switch it to the host's card. He held out the reader. Lauren? She didn't move. The host whispered, We need a card to keep drinks flowing. People began to look at their empty glasses. Ruth reached for her purse. Use mine, she said, eyes on Lauren. Lauren finally fished out a card, hands stiff. The reader beeped. The bar lights flicked green again. For a second it felt solved, until the DJ grabbed the mic and announced, Time for the glow bar. VIP bracelets only. The host started handing out neon wristbands to a list Lauren had curated. My girls watched kids from her fiancé's side get bands and line up for dessert first. The manager frowned at the contract again. No VIP tier listed, he said. Then he looked at me. Also, your deposit includes the dessert cart. If bands block your guests, you can pull it. I looked at Mia's face, then at Lauren's list in the host's hand, and felt another clean click. I didn't come to fight, but if she wanted to rank children by wristband, I had one more receipt she'd forgotten I had. Hold the cart, I told the manager, and please bring me the invoice folder. The invoice folder killed the VIP idea in one page. Dessert card included for all guests, no restricted access. Host may not tier service by wristband. And the manager tapped the clause with his pen, then rolled the cart to the window where Mia and Ellie stood clutching each other. Kids first, he said, and the host started peeling off neon bands like they were stickers that never belonged. Lauren's smile cracked. You can't hijack my party. Follow the contract or pause service, the manager replied, eyes calm. Ruth stepped in, voice low. Apologize, Lauren. Now. Lauren didn't. Instead, she waved at the DJ and hissed, Play something fun. But her timing was bad. The glow bar vendor walked up asking for final payment. The reader beeped red, and the guy started packing the neon. Heads turned. I'll cover the room, Ruth told the manager, but remove Sharon's card from file and note her deposit paid for the kids' table and dessert. The manager nodded, printed an updated slip, and handed it to me. My name sat on the line like a stamp no one could talk around. Lauren grabbed for it. You always make me look cheap. I kept my voice even. You did that when you told an 8-year-old she wasn't welcome. Eric tried to smooth it. Let's reset. Dessert is open. The cart lids lifted. Mia took one chocolate tart. Ellie chose a cookie, and the tension eased a notch, until the host unfolded a fresh sign from the crate that said, Family photos, adults only. The manager frowned at the folder again and looked up, puzzled. There is no adults only anywhere, he said, then turned to me. Do you want the photographer to follow the contract, or do you want me to shut the photo wall down completely? I looked at Mia's face, then at Lauren's list in the host's hand, and said, Follow the contract, and print a copy for the photographer right now. The photographer glanced at the paper the manager handed over, nodded once, and waved the kids in first. Mia's chin lifted a little when the flash popped, and Ellie held up her $6.99 purse like a trophy while guests clapped because the contract said all guests, not curated ones. Lauren tried to pivot with a toast, but the manager rolled out a crate she hadn't planned on anyone seeing. 30 tiny favor boxes labeled Kids Table, paid with deposit 9:04 a.m., and a post-it in her handwriting, Hide if kids show. Ruth read it, looked at her son, and then at me. We're done pretending, she said, and told the host to pass the boxes out. Eric's sister came over holding her phone. Lauren texted me no kids at 2 p.m. after saying family welcome all week, she said, then scrolled to show the thread. The DJ dropped the volume without being asked. Lauren lunged for the stack of papers, but the manager stepped between us. Touch the folder again and I pause service, he said evenly. Your contract is clear, and the dessert card is for everyone. A cousin near the bar raised her phone and winced. There's audio, she said, turning the screen. Someone had posted an entrance clip to their story, and you could hear Lauren bend to Mia and say the line she denied. Discount store kids. As clean as a bell. Heads turned in a slow wave. Eric's smile died in the space of a breath. Did you say that to her? He asked. Lauren opened her mouth and nothing useful came out. I looked at Mia's face, then at the little favor boxes lined up like a receipt you can hold, and said to the manager, "Calm. Please keep the card open and note the file. Deposit paid by Sharon. Kids welcome. We're going to sit by the window and take our 2 photos, and if anyone wants to talk, they can bring their contract." The room stayed loud around us in that fake way rooms do when the story changes, and then another phone buzzed on the bar, and another, as the clip jumped from one cousin's story to the group chat with a single caption, "She said it." By 9:12 p.m., the clip had jumped through 3 group chats. You could see phones tilt all over the room and the caption "She said it" stack under her face. Eric set his glass down and asked the only question that mattered. "Did you say that to Mia?" Lauren's mouth opened, shut. It was a joke. The room didn't buy it. The manager rolled in a short white table and a box labeled Kids Corner. Markers, puzzles, paper crowns. The add-on I'd unknowingly paid for with the 9:04 a.m. deposit. "Contract says this stays," he told the staff, and he parked it by the window. Mia and Ellie sat, made 2 paper crowns, and the air moved from sharp to human. Ruth took the mic from the DJ herself. "All guests are welcome," she said, voice steady. "If you can't be kind, the exit is by the elevator." That was the only toast that landed. Lauren tried to claw back the night with logistics. "Fine," she snapped at the host. "Move the kids behind the column." The manager pointed to a clause. "No guest segregation, and any attempt to remove contracted services pauses the event." A server whispered to him and handed over a clear bag with favor boxes Lauren had told them to hide if kids show. He passed them to me without ceremony. "These are yours by invoice." Eric looked wrecked. "Lauren, text an apology to the family thread. Now." Her thumbs hovered, then she typed, "Sorry if anyone was offended," and hit send. Phones lit up with a wall of no. A cousin near the bar lifted her screen. "We heard you. Apologize to Mia." For a beat, nobody breathed. Then Lauren faced my daughter and said, without sugar, "I'm sorry for what I said." Mia nodded once and kept coloring. It should have ended there. The glow bar guy came back for payment, reader still red. "Last attempt," he said. Ruth stepped in with her card. The lights flicked green. "Manager," she added, "remove Sharon's card from every file and note she covered the deposit and kids' services. Send me the revised bill." He printed it on the spot, my name in bold where "deposit paid" lived. Lauren snatched for it. He didn't flinch. Touch the folder and I pause. The DJ turned music up like volume could erase paper. It couldn't. At 9:36, the host walked over with a clipboard, cheeks pink. "Final head count?" he asked. The line next to children showed 2. "Sign here, Sharon," he said. The deposit holder signs the count. Lauren stared as my pen hit the line. The little box on the form marked notes already had the manager's handwriting in it. "Family welcome honored per contract. Incident recorded. Kid corner and dessert cart provided to all guests." The party kept going, but the story had changed, and everyone knew it.